Good day, Guardians. I hope your day's going well. Titans, punched a few warlocks in the face today? Smush a few hunters under your boot? Well, whatever you did, I hope you enjoyed it. Before we start, let me go ahead and say thank you to the beautiful Oxula1 for helping me with this video. He's a beautiful man and a fellow Titan enjoyer. Check out his channel in the description below. Now, without further ado, let's get into the build. One that can go by many names. Air Sol Invictus, Hell Knight, Berserker. The list goes on, but the title I'm giving this build is Scorched Earth, because that's all that will be left of your enemies when you're done. Starting off with the subclass, we're gonna go with Solar, obviously. For our super, we will be going with Hammer of Soul, because what Titan doesn't love throwing explosive hammers and setting everything on fire? Up next are our aspects and fragments, starting with Sol Invictus, for those sweet, sweet sunspots, which give you restoration and regenerates your abilities faster. On top of that, those sunspots will be scorching nearby enemies. Next up is Consecration. Now this aspect will make you feel like a total badass. It will launch you into the air and let you slam down, taking flaming hammers, sending a wave of solar energy that if it hits a scorched target, it will instantly ignite them. Moving on to fragments, we have Ember of Mercy. Whenever you revive an ally, you and nearby allies gain restoration, and picking up a fire sprite grants restoration. Oh yeah, all the heals. You gotta keep your team safe, Titans. That's your job. Next up is Ember of Empyrean, where solar weapon or ability final blows not extend, but fully reset the timers for the restoration and radiant buffs. My god. Moving on to Ember of Torches, where powered melee attacks make you and nearby allies radiant. That's just a free damage buff and anti-barrier rounds for you and your teammates. Finally, and definitely not least, is Ember of Searing, where defeating scorched targets grant melee energy and create a fire sprite. You're gonna get your super and abilities back so fast the enemies won't know what hit them. Of course, you can use whatever barrier and jump you'd like, but for this build, I'm telling you, use Hammer Strike. This just adds even more scorch to the already raging fire that is the battlefield. And on top of that, killing an enemy with Hammer Strike instantly ignites them. They go boom, and even more enemies get scorched if they somehow survive the ignition explosion. So leave your throwing hammer at home. You will be getting that Hammer Strike back before you even know it, thanks to Ember of Searing and the giant forest fire of sunspots you'll be generating. Finally, I recommend you use Firebolt grenades. They are quick and have no chance of missing targets in the ring after you throw it. It's a no-brainer, really. Not that us Titans need one anyways. Haha, up top. Bitch. Just look at my Titan. My god, that's terrifying. I'm telling y'all, if I was a Cabal and saw this running at me on the battlefield, I'd shit my pants. But moving on to the primary weapon of the entire build, Skyburner's Oath. Now you're probably wondering, what? Skyburners? What is this trash? Now hold on, let me cook, I promise. It'll be delicious. You aren't gonna be using Skyburners as a scout, no. You'll be treating it like a grenade launcher. Titans, listen and listen good. You will never ADS with this thing. Reason being is that Skyburners, while fired from the hip, has a larger explosion that not only stuns solar shielded enemies and trash mobs, it applies Scorch. You only need to click once to start this build. Once! Titans, it doesn't matter if you have a mouthful of crayons. All you gotta do is point and click. You don't even gotta aim, and the enemy is scorched. If you kill said enemy with it, the sunspot and fire sprites spawn where you kill it. The only investment to this build is to just shoot and kill enemies with hipfire. Not to mention, if they are Cabal, you deal more damage and penetrate their shields. Now, My fellow Titans, we move on to the Berserk part of the build. Throne Cleaver. My God, this thing is devastating. Get this thing crafted ASAP, and I will show you the true God roll that will unlock its full potential. When you craft it, put on the following mods: Jagged Edge, Enhanced Tireless Blade for that extra sword ammo every kill, and Enhanced Incandescent, so that every enemy you kill will explode and spread even more scorch. Not to mention Throne Cleaver's origin trait, to excess, where final blows with this weapon while your super is full grant increased strength and discipline for a short duration, so even more firebolt grenades. But oh my dear Titan friends, there's more.
This is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
No.
Titans, are you tired of feeling like you aren't helping your fire team? Tired of the boring and expensive gameplay loop of lorely splendor? No longer will you be forced to sacrifice your class ability in order to create a sunspot. Look no further than Phoenix Cradle. Now your entire fire team can enjoy the sweet, cozy warmth of your sunspots, as Phoenix Cradle makes Sol Invictus last twice as long. Not only that, but now your teammates can run through your sunspots, and they too will get Sol Invictus and Solar Restoration. Titans, you will be your fire team's best friend with this build. Not only will you be infinitely regenerating your health, but your teammates also. Now for the last bit, the mods. For your helmet, you'll want to run Heavy Ammo Finder, Solar Siphon, and Ashes to Assets. This is where you become a Warlock's best friend. Don't be surprised if they follow you around like a puppy, grabbing all the massive piles of orbs of power you'll be making all over the place. Plus, in Season of the Deep, this will help Warlocks cope with the Starfire nerfs. So, to any Warlocks watching this video, go ahead and share this video with your Titan friends. You're welcome. For your arms, Impact Induction, Firepower for more orbs, and Heavy-Handed for even more orbs. Guys, literally every and any kind of kill you get will generate an orb. It's crazy. Now for your chest. I personally run double solar reserves for more sword ammo, but you can change that to any resistances you want to. But the mod you definitely and should have on is Charged Up. Get that extra armor slot. You'll see why. Moving on to legs, run double Solar Surge and Absolution. Who doesn't like having passive extra damage? Plus, you'll be getting those abilities back hella quick with all those orbs you're making. And finally, your mark. Now this is what puts the icing on this flaming cake: time dilation. This increases the timer on your armor to 15 seconds each. With 4 charges, that's a full minute of damage buffs. After I threw on Bomber and Distribution, because why not reduce ability cooldowns even more? Now, at the time of recording this, Season of Defiance ends in a week. But I figured I might as well show you how nuts the seasonal artifact was to this build. With Solar Surge, collecting a fire sprite gave you armor charge. Not that you needed any more ways to reset your damn 1-minute timer anyways. And the Firebolt grenade mods that increase Scorch and spawned a fire sprite just from damaging the enemy. And they let you have 2. Something else I have to mention, this build is going to get stronger. Now you're probably thinking, TG, there's no way this build could possibly be any stronger. Skyburners is getting a buff in Season 21. Oh yeah, even more Scorch and even more of a reason to use this. Even if Season of the Deep doesn't have solar mods that make solar stronger, the build was already insane with all of the extra stuff. Not to mention, if it's Solar Surge, that's increased damage by 25%. So let's go down the list of pros and cons to the Scorched Earth build. Pros: infinite regen, infinite damage bonus, infinite scorch, incredible orb generation, sunspots spawn everywhere and anywhere you kill an enemy, teammates also benefit from sunspots and orb generation, crowd control god, great for grandmasters and raids, making it end game viable. And now the cons. You have to click. So in the end, I rate Scorched Earth a 10 out of 10. So go out there and have fun setting everything ablaze, Titans. I know your teammates will appreciate it too. Thanks for watching, and subscribe for more Destiny 2 videos. Give this video a like if I should cook up some more Titan builds for y'all to enjoy. I might have a few already in the oven. Anyways, Titans, remember, stay strong, be the wall, never fall, never falter. See you next time.